Friday night. Your phone lights up with the group chat. Tickets are $95. Uber is $18 each. Let's go. You already know your bank balance. You already know rent is coming, but your thumbs still type, I'm in. If you're low or middle income and you feel like you work hard but never get ahead, this moment might be part of the reason. Not because you're reckless, not because your friends are bad, but because when your margin is thin, one yes can quietly turn into weeks of stress. In this video, we're going to name what's really happening, why it keeps you financially stuck, and the simple rules that help you get your money back under control without becoming cold or selfish. So here's the real question. How can one simple yes keep you broke for years? Most people don't fall behind from one dramatic mistake. They fall behind from small spending that feels normal, and when your budget is tight, normal can become dangerous. A lot of adults are living like this. In the US, many people still can't cover a $400 surprise with cash or savings. That's the reality for millions. This is Wealth Mentor Pro, where every lesson is a step closer to your freedom. Today isn't about judging friends. It's about patterns. How your circle can quietly pull your money off track, and how to step out of that pull while staying respectful and human. And yes, we're going to talk about the awkward moment when someone says, "Can you spot me?" I've been the person who said yes, and then checked my balance in the bathroom. Think of your social life like a current. If you don't choose your direction, the current chooses it for you. And the current doesn't look like danger. It looks like, come on, it's only $40, and we'll split it. Let's make it real. Imagine you earn $2,300 a month. Rent and utilities take $1,350. Transport is $220. Minimum debt payments are $180. Before groceries, you're down to about $550 for food, phone, and everything else. Now your friends invite you out twice in 1 week. One night is $45, the next is $60. Add a ride and a tip, and you're around $210 without even trying. That $210 is also 3 grocery runs at $70, or your phone bill for 2 months, or the difference between paying a bill on time and paying a late fee. This is why people feel like money disappears. It's not always a big purchase, it's the drip, and the drip is social. If you want one small move that changes the week, decide your fun number before the invites show up. Even if it's $15, write it down, because if you don't choose the number, the group chat will. Now, there's a question that hits right here. How do you say no without losing people? Some content online goes straight to cut off broke friends. Like friendship is something you upgrade. Real life isn't that clean. Sometimes your friends are broke because life is expensive. Sometimes you're struggling too. And sometimes the people you love are also the people who pull you into habits you can't afford. So instead of turning this into a class judgment, we're going to keep it practical. You don't need a speech, you need a sentence you can repeat. Try this. I'm keeping spending low this week. I can do coffee or a walk. If they push, repeat it once, then stop talking. If you want to keep it warm, add, I'm still down to hang out. Boring boundaries beat emotional debates. There's another force that keeps this going. Comparison. You see people ordering, upgrading, celebrating. You don't see their debt, their family help, or the bills they're dodging. So your brain starts treating their spending as normal, and your budget starts feeling like punishment. And if your rent takes 35% or 40% of your income, you simply have less room to play. That's not a mindset issue, that's math. Here's how it usually happens. Dinner starts as somewhere cheap, then it becomes the nicer place. Then it becomes, we deserve it. Suddenly the plan is $60 instead of $20, and you're the only one flinching. If you say no, you fear you'll be labeled cheap, but cheap isn't the same as careful. Here's a simple question that cuts through the pressure. If your paycheck arrived 1 day late, would this plan still feel normal? Another small move that helps. Be the first person to suggest an affordable plan. I'm free, but I'm keeping it under $10. If nobody goes for it, you learned something without paying $60 to learn it. And if someone makes a joke, remember this. You're not being difficult, you're being consistent. The stakes aren't small. A $200 monthly leak is $2,400 a year. For someone earning $1,800 to $3,000 a month, that can be the difference between building a buffer and living in constant panic. Now we have to talk about the most personal part. Rescue spending. This is covering someone's meal, spotting $40, sending $150 until Friday. At first it feels generous, then it becomes expected, then it becomes your role. Imagine you finally build $400 in savings. A friend asks for $150. You send it, they repay late. Next month, it happens again. After 3 months, you floated $450, and your savings is still near zero. And if you put any of that on a credit card, you're not just paying it back. Many cards sit around a 24% APR. That means you can end up paying interest on someone else's emergency. Also, emergencies don't stop at $400. A car repair can be $800. A dental problem can be $1,600. When you're already tight, one rescue can start a chain reaction. If this is your life, you're not alone, and you're not weak. You're just trying to stay loved while staying afloat. If you want to name what's hitting you most, you can leave one word in the comments: outings, lending, or pressure. But here's the part that changes everything. You don't escape a broke circle by replacing people. You escape it by replacing rules. Rules create a new normal, and better rules protect your money and your relationships. So here are 3 rules. Simple, not glamorous. The kind that works when rent is due. Rule 1. Keep a starter buffer that nobody touches. A small buffer turns surprises into inconveniences. If your savings is under $300 to $500, you don't lend cash. Period. You can say, "I can't lend money right now. I'm building a safety buffer." And then you stop there. If you want to help, offer non-cash help. A ride, a meal you already planned, help making a phone call, help looking up resources. You can care about someone without funding the chaos. I love my friends, but I don't love overdraft fees. Rule 2, pay for plans, not pressure. This is where you choose your life on purpose. Set a weekly social cap, like $25. When the invite is $60 dinner, you say, "I'm in for something cheaper. If it's dinner, I'll catch you next time." If the pressure hits, buy yourself time. "Let me check my budget tonight." And if someone jokes, keep it light. "My bank account and I are practicing boundaries." Then change the topic. You're allowed to be boring. Rule 3, help without sinking yourself. This one protects your heart and your progress at the same time. If a friend needs $200 and sending it would push you into debt, you can say, "I can't do cash, but I can help you call the company, look for assistance, or plan a payment date." If you do lend, keep it small and clear. One active loan at a time, a specific due date, no credit cards to fund it. And if the relationship gets tense, remind yourself of this: a boundary isn't disrespect, it's a limit. Now let's go back to the moment we opened with. The group chat, the tickets, the Uber, the just this once. Here's a 1-minute habit that changes that moment. Before you reply, check 3 numbers: your next bill date, your buffer amount, and your weekly fund number. If the plan breaks any of them, you don't negotiate. You send one clean line: "Not in my budget, but I hope you have fun." Then offer the version you can afford: coffee, a walk, a home dinner, a call. You keep the friendship, and you stop financing the stress. This is education, not personal financial advice. But the pattern is real, and the fix is simple. Even $500 saved can change how you sleep. Even 1 month of expenses can change how you breathe. And if 3 months feels impossible, start with 3 weeks and build from there. Your circle might stay the same people, but the rules change the pull. You stop reacting, you start choosing. Remember the quiet truth: broke rules keep you broke. Better rules set you free. This is Wealth Mentor Pro, and every lesson is a step closer to your freedom. If this helped you, like the video and subscribe for more calm, practical money and mindset guidance. And when you're ready, watch the next suggested video here. It'll help you keep building momentum without slipping back into money panic.